This stupid camera is pissing me off. I did a black background, then I used cobalt blue, a little bit of like what do they call it? Caribbean blue in there, and I just kind of went back and forth on it until I thought it looked nice the way I liked it, the way I wanted it to be. Then I got out some greens, which was marsh green, uh, holly branch, and spring green, and I'm just putting in a little bit of greenery in the background just before I put the flowers in, just so I can kind of like have a little bit of life and texture back there. Most of it'll all get covered up as we go. Like I said, I don't really clean my brushes all that much, so I just poke. I just poke a little bit of color in, because whatever I don't like, I can always get rid of. And if you don't like, per se, the shape of the actual leaves and stuff that you make, you just redip your brush and go right back in over the top of it. Just putting in a few stems. So it kind of looks like yay. Gotta clean that brush out a little bit. Just put it right on top of the towel and just kind of dry it off, get some of that water out of there. Let's see here. I'll probably go with some dark purples. I think I'm gonna use some of that Caribbean blue. Oh, yeah, I just use cheap paints from Walmart. I just throw a coat of lacquer on it because I usually use the flat colors. I just like it better. It just seems like they work better together, and then I just put a coat of clear coat on it. Let's see here. Probably go with. Let's see what color purple we got here. This is a purple iris in a Caribbean blue. Love the colors that they work with here. How they look together. Uh, so I'm just going to kind of start blobbing in the flowers as I think they should be in there. They got to be perfect. Let's see. Kind of a little bunch up there. think I'm gonna do another little bunch up here. It's just whatever your eye sees. You ain't gotta be perfect. Eh, I'll put a little bit one over here. Like such. Maybe what I'll do is maybe something like that. I'll get a yellow, put some yellows in. Except a little green in there, just to give it some kind of like little shadowing. Let's see. Do a little bit of squiggling here. Put a little bit of sloppage in there. What I'll do is put another one kind of like right here. Hopefully, as I'm working this out over the next few months, I'll just get all this recording part of it and everything down so that everything looks really super cool. Right back to those greens. for the stems of the flowers. We'll blobber in. Just some kind of getting a let's give it the hint of a stem. Let's see, we'll get some. Probably put a little pinks in here and see what happens. I like a little. We got a little bell type of flowers. Just pop them in wherever you feel like they work good. I just kind of like just stabbing, just poking things in. I have no idea what I'm doing as far as an envisionment. I'm just kind of going at it. However, I feel that it's working for what my eye thinks is good. Get a little rat out. Just poke a little red in. We don't know what we're doing. We're just doing it. Like I said, most of this stuff you can cover right up if you don't like what's going on with it after a while. Just keep poking stuff in until you feel like it's something you can live with. As you can see, I went back to the greens. Kind of put in some leaves. It's just filling in. That's all you're doing. It's just filling in areas. It's like here. I'm just going to put was gonna tap a little into this purple of this with the yellow with the tip of my brush, just to kind of give it the feeling that there's something going on inside of here. Maybe same with this up here. Let's give it a little surround color there. Let's see. Give these little red taps inside these yellow flowers, just to kind of distinguish each kind of specific blade of flower. Like I said, most of this will be covered up. I think I'll try to pop in a couple of really big flowers in there just to kind of see where I'm sitting. What color should I go with? Let's see here. Oh. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with two blue. I'll go with a two blue. And let's try some white. See what happens. I don't know if I have any white left in this one. That might be just enough. Get a little on the old white. Let's see. So, double load the brush here. Get them blended in good. I usually do it like 3 times for one stroke painting. Okay. Let's see here. Should we go with the blue, white out, blue bottoms? Let's try that once. Let's see what happens. Like I said, if you don't like it, you just go right back over it again until you like it. I'm going to make the appearance that there's another one in the back behind it. So I'm only going to put like one. And maybe I'll come back over on this side here. So it looks like it's the other side. And I'll do a little bitty one here. Can always do like little bitty ones over here, so it looks like they're popping out from the back. Maybe one here, just a little one, another one here. It's just an illusion. Big one there. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two large ones. Just kind of figuring out where I want to put them right now. Just gonna jump another one. Once you're done, like with the actual flower itself, then you can go back and try to make it the right size that you want it so it looks proportional. So like this one kind of looks lopsided. So I want to make this leaf a little bit more symmetrical, like bigger, and pull it in back towards this flower like that. So it gives the appearance that that's a leaf coming in. And I can do the same with this, just go back over it and then pull. And then come back this direction like this and pull. See how it shows like there's like a leaf ending there? I can do the same here, but I did it backwards here. So I screwed up. No big deal. Just load it back up full of paint. Put the white one back over and just come back over it again. I'm not very good at doing it upside down. I usually turn the painting. There's no reason to panic. Everything's fixable. Just like that. Not real super happy with it, but it is what it is. Once it dries and you put more stuff in there, you won't even see it. So, like I said, you can put more of these in other places just to make it kind of look like they're growing out from behind everything else. All right, clean this out. I just use my towel and just go back and forth on it. Then I'll load up some of my greens. Find a spot, mix it in, dip it again. And then what I'll do is come in here and put some leaves, big giant leaves in. Wherever stuff looks good. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll use a dab of white in with the green, so when it comes out, you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll smear in also into there. And here, let's see, we'll dab a little white once and see. I'll show you. Kind of makes it look more realistic with like a little bit of sun shining off of it. Let's see here. So what I usually like to do too is I'll come back and do like some leaves, little stems and stuff like that over the tops to make it look um, not so like the flowers are just kind of sitting there. So I'll put in like stuff here for the actual just a few like dots here and there's around in here. And these flowers give a little bit of extra. Little extra eye candy to hide all of the other things that you think that you made a mistake on. So I'll just come back in here like this and just put some little squiggle lines. So it doesn't look like the flowers are just sitting out there. Makes it look more natural. Because you know, out in your garden, how things look. Twisted and combobulated. And then I usually like to take, say, you like to take a little brush like this, like a little flat round brush, maybe use up some more of that white paint that I got, and dab in a little white stuff, because all you're doing is you're just filling gaps right now. This is kind of like a baby's breath type of look, and it gives it a little more fill. Like I said, if you blob and you screw it up, no big deal. Just go back over it, pound it in. So just do it to where you think everything's kind of like filled up a little bit. You can come back with a little yellow on there and do the same thing. Maybe dabbing in that red. You can come in and do the same. Little ground flowers. Just poke it in. All you're doing is filling these gaps. Let's see here. You can even do the purple. Just do a little purple and white. See how that is? It's like little, looks like it's little flowers like on the ground. I love how it's filling in. Kind of like put like a spear, like spear type of flowers coming out. And highlighted it with a little white. Just like such. Let's see, what should we use? Greens? Could use greens. And then that way that's like the grass kind of look. See, watching you put a little like, lighter green in there with it. Just put it around the foliage there. It's just an imagination thing. So you can go right up over onto the other flowers. So it looks like it's just natural, that it's growing right up like little fuzz of green shrubbery and all that fun stuff like that. No big deal. Yeah, I got this. This side's all pretty good. This side looks kind of empty. So I'll put a few swoops of grass in there, type of thing. So it looks like it's coming right from the ground. I don't know. I'm not a pro. Soften out the bottom so it doesn't look like you just chucked it in. See how you just do that along the bottom there? Love how it filled in. I'm gonna use a little of this darker stuff. Let's see what happens. No biggie. Fade it out. Fade it out. Barely touch it. Just so it's kind of giving the illusion that it's going in and out. Get heavier as you go up. Like that. Okay. That's the way I like it. Just like that. I like it. So, I'm just going to go back and do a few little touch-ups. Put some little red ones in there. Here's and there's. Put a little yellows. Yellow. Just trying to fill up some of the, suck up some of that space that's open. Okay, so am I happy with this? Yeah, I think so. Okay, now just go back. Don't forget to sign it. I've done that a few times. But once this dries, I'm gonna put the fan on for a few minutes and I'm gonna put some lacquer on it, and then we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. All right.